Hello everyone, my name is Michaela Wright, and I'm going to be teaching you how to make award-winning chocolate chip cookies. First we'll start with the ingredients. You will need 4 sticks of unsalted butter, 4.5 cups of bread flour, 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, a half cup of sugar, 1 1/4 cup of light brown sugar, 1 1/4 cup of dark brown sugar, 2 eggs, 2 egg yolks, 2 ounces of whole milk, a tablespoon of vanilla extract, and 24 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips. Now we'll get started with the directions. First, you'll need to melt the butter over low heat in a saucepan, and while the butter is melting, we can continue with the next few steps. Sift together the flour, salt, and baking soda in a mixing bowl and set that aside. And then measure out the white and brown sugar and pour them into a mixer bowl. Then measure out the eggs, milk, and vanilla extract and set that aside in a bowl. So all these things are in separate bowls that will be later mixed together. Then once the butter is melted, pour it over the sugar into a mixing bowl. Next, mix the butter and sugars on a medium to low speed for about 60 seconds. Then add the egg yolk, milk, and vanilla and mix until all of that is well combined. Then start adding the flour slowly and mix that until it is all thoroughly combined. If you're using a KitchenAid mixer, then you can add about half of the flour and mix it until well combined, and then add the other half until well combined. But if you're mixing it by hand, then I would recommend adding about a third at a time, so that would be easier for you to mix it in. Then once all of that is mixed together, you can stir in the chocolate chips, and then cover up the dough with saran wrap or some other covering and place that in the fridge for at least 4 hours or overnight. Next, once it's ready to bake, heat the oven to 340 degrees Fahrenheit. And this next step is very important. Make sure to use a number 24 red-handled ice cream scoop to dig out the dough and level off the scoop, because some people in the past have used just any random scoop that they have at home and the cookies would end up flat or not the right shape. So make sure to use this very specific ice cream scoop for the best results. Next, drop the dough flat side down on the baking sheet with about 8 cookies per sheet. And then turn the cookie over so that the flat side is facing up and the round side is down. And then press down slightly on the cookie so that the cookie doesn't roll around while it's baking. Make sure to bake the cookies only 1 sheet at a time for the best results, and return the dough to the fridge while the cookies are baking so that the baking time can remain consistent. Make sure to bake the cookies for about 12 to 14 minutes and rotate the sheet after 6 minutes so that the browning is even on all sides. Then let the cookies rest for 6 minutes on the cookie sheet before transferring them to a cooling rack. Cool them completely and then store it in an airtight container so that they can be preserved for a few days if needed. Here is the end result of what the cookies should look like once they're done baking, and also some proof that they're award-winning cookies because I've entered them in the fair 5 times and won 5 times. So you can win too if you enter them in a fair or other competition, or you can make them for your family and friends to enjoy. But no matter how you use this recipe, I hope you enjoy the cookies.